Just in case we weren't already convinced, Merrick Garland today proved why we need to be forever grateful to Mitch McConnell for keeping the sawed-off little twerp off the Supreme Court. Here's just a snippet of him testifying before the United States House Judiciary Select Subcommittee on the Weaponization of the Federal Government. Let's roll that clip.
Communicating with these state and local prosecutions against Trump, you can clear it all up for us right now. Will the Department of Justice provide to the committee all documents, all correspondence between the department and Alvin Bragg's office and Fani Willis's office and Letitia James's office?
The offices you're referring to are independent offices of state.
I get that. The question is whether or not you will provide all of your documents and correspondence. That's the question. I don't need a history lesson.
Well, I'm going to say again, we do not control those offices. They make their own decisions.
The question is whether you communicate with them, not whether you control them. Do you communicate with them, and will you provide those communications?
You make a request, we'll refer it to our Office of Legislative Affairs.
But see, here's the thing. You come in here and you lodge this attack that it's a conspiracy theory, that there is coordinated lawfare against Trump. And then when we say, fine, just give us the documents, give us the correspondence, and then if it's...
And there you have it. It went on and on and on with Garland being unbelievably arrogant, as he always is, and stonewalling and trying to run out Matt Gaetz's time. But Matt was entirely correct on this. If it's all a conspiracy theory, Merrick, show us the correspondence. Show us that you weren't coordinating. And one of the parts that the testimony didn't, or the clip didn't catch, Matt asked him about Mathew Colangelo's career trajectory from Assistant Attorney General at the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C., and then miraculously, he shows up as a prosecutor in the Manhattan District Attorney Office of Alvin Bragg. Anybody that knows the first thing about law knows that that is not an upward career progression. And here with his reaction is the host of the Grassroots Truthcast, Gene Valentino. Gene, welcome back to State of the Nation.
Boy, you guys bring me in on the craziest topics. I'm the store manager. Hello, shoppers. We got a dumpster fire in aisle 7. We got Joe Biden's ice cream all over the floor in aisle 4. Which one are we going to work on first? Well, bravo to Matt Gaetz, gentlemen. Matt Gaetz happens to be our United States Congressman where I sit here in Pensacola, Florida. One may argue he gets a little boisterous at times, but no one can take away the credit he deserves for the assault he gave on someone who almost became a Supreme Court justice. Thank God he never was qualified or went through with it at the end of the day. This Merrick Garland is a liar, gentlemen. Are you telling me the CEO of a company doesn't know the status of his CFO? So here's this Colangelo, 1 or 2 layers down under him, and he didn't know a thing about going to help District Attorney Alvin Bragg up in New York. He didn't know a thing about that revolving door we talked about the last time at the White House, where people were filing in and out to get the marching orders on how to deal with Donald Trump in New York City. It's a calamity of calamities. You got Garland saying, I am justice, don't question me. And in aisle 6, you've got Fauci saying, I am science, don't question me, I am science. If they're all so smart, how come we're not better off?
Great question, Gene. And I'll follow it up. If they're doing earnest work, right? And that could apply to Fauci, NIH, CDC, et cetera, that whole complex. That could apply to the DOJ. If they're doing earnest work and telling us the truth and bringing justice and health, don't you think there's no problem in being transparent about it? Why are we just constantly told, trust me, I am justice. Trust me, I am science.
Transparency. So how many times did Donald Trump use the justice system when he was president to go after his opponents? Transparency. How many times has Biden used the justice system to go after his opponents? My words. We have some people who have been in jail, some Peter Navarro and Mike Flynn and others who were called in to serve time. What's going on here? And then we have to exacerbate the issue of justice in Wilmington, Delaware, with little Hunter baby in the courtroom, with his mommy having to come in to support him in the first row to make sure that the jury sees the weight and force of the authorities behind her son's potential convictions. And why is it? Here we have a state of Delaware, population 980,000 people. My words, it's the average congressional district throughout the United States has about 750,000 to 850,000 people. Of course, who knows what the hell it is now with all these migrants coming in, illegal migrants coming in. But it doesn't matter. They shouldn't be voting anyway, right? But the state of Delaware, which the Biden family is ensconced in and has quite a bit of notoriety in that little circle of groupies that they have up there. If it isn't the judge, it might be the jury. It's certainly the surroundings that have this thing preset. Who knows where the jury's going to end up? But the prosecution was very clear today. They have clear and convincing evidence against Hunter. They did not have clear and convincing evidence against Donald Trump. Do you think that the same arms of justice will extend to Hunter the way they illegally did against Donald Trump?
Well, I think we all know the answer, at least what we expect. Hesh and I talked about that in the intro. We're expecting Hunter to somehow skate, even though it looks like they've got him 8 ways from Sunday, as Chucky Schumer put it. There was some good news out of FBI. They were forced to cave after being attacked by some agencies or some independent organizations that protect whistleblowers. Whistleblower, former FBI agent Marcus Allen had his top secret security clearance reinstated and received 2 years back pay from the top to bottom corrupt FBI, which had put him on administrative leave after he testified that Christopher Wray lied before the January 6th committee.
Yeah, it's really quite interesting that we've got a busy day up in Washington today, because across the hall you have the House of Representatives just passed the Secure the Border Act, H.R. 2, which has to do with Homeland Security having the authority necessary to clean up this mess that Biden has caused since he's been in office. Speaking of Chucky Schumer, I suspect he's going to make it dead on arrival in the Senate, and that's another regret. We talked about the cabal. Mr. Chuck Schumer, he's at the top of the list. He needs to go. He needs to be replaced. He and Nancy Pelosi, and I could name another 30, have conspired with the cooperation of I'm not talking Biden. This goes back prior to Biden. I'm talking Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. They have been orchestrating.
Yeah, this is much bigger than Joe Biden. And
exactly.
Gene, we're going to have to leave it there, but I can assure you both that I, in person, have told Chuck Schumer exactly where he can go. Gene, remind people where they can find you besides GeneValentino.com.
GeneValentino.com is the website, folks. Come and sign up there. And when you get there, click on the Grassroots Truthcast panel, Grassroots Truthcast panel, or go directly to grassrootstruthcast.com and subscribe, please. That's where you'll find all these great TNT episodes where we have our 8 to 12 minutes of commentary once a week at least, and we get a chance to opine on the issues of the day. One thing we like about this format is we get a chance to hear from you and get your comments and concerns. So stay with us on TNT.
Gene, you're like an amuse-bouche of State of the Nation. Just a little taste, and it's never quite enough. We need to get you back for a full entree some night. God bless
Always
you,
love
sir.
it, guys. Always love it. Thank you, gentlemen.
I'm excited to announce we're having a huge MyPillow spring sale, and here's a few examples. Buy one of our MyPillow 2.0s, you get another MyPillow 2.0 absolutely free. Made with cooling technology, the best pillow ever just got even better. And this just in, 9 brand new colors and styles of our Percale bed sheets. They're made with the finest long staple cotton, and now you can save 50% or more. That's as low as $24.98. And for the first time this year, I'm bringing you our My Slippers and Sandals for as low as $25 a pair. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get your MyPillow 2.0s. Buy one, get one free. Percale sheets as low as $24.98. My Slippers and Sandals as low as $25 a pair. And for a limited time, when you order $75 or more, your entire order ships absolutely free.